Yo, so it's your boy Solo, and now we're gonna get into the basic metaphysics of spirituality, astrology, and the things that dwell into the unknown and what people don't understand. So to understand spirituality, you need to understand that the spiritual essence, the energy, you know, whatever created the density in the third dimension. And to understand the spiritual aspect, we need to go within and understand the mechanisms that's creating the physical, which is simply the thoughts and the feelings. Your thoughts is not physical. It's not even part of this physical density that we call the third dimension. So your mind is not even, is not from this reality. It's on a more lighter density. And this is what your spirit is creating, your mind, awareness, a bubble, a spaceship, to visualize that experience of awareness that spirit is being aware of based on the evolutionary scale of just existing within this spectrum of light that we're currently in right now. And as spirits, all of us, this is what we all share. Just, momentum wise, this is how our evolutionary trait looks like, because this is how we let it get that far. But we have a lot of unintelligent people in this world that have been indoctrinated, and through science, religion, and this limits your awareness and the ability to evolve. So there's a lot of retarded people, demonic people, people who think their belief is right, and and this all causes separation. And there's too many of us for it not to be a bigger meaning to life than someone who thinking that their belief is the correct one, when realistically you have a bias, and you're not supposed to look at it in a biased point of view, because your spirit is creating that idea or feeling that you think and feel that makes sense, when it's a deeper meaning to everything. And just having a bias is just an ability that we do. Like, it goes really deep, and that's just up to the individual to go that deep. But even though certain spirits who utilizes that high octave spiritual presence, individuals will realize that. But people don't want to uphold that or give it attention, because it disturbs their frequency, disturbs their agenda, or it breaks their illusion. So there's a lot of bullshit that goes into how humans really feel. So, and people be narky and shit, retarded, but it doesn't matter, because when you're in the presence, nothing can penetrate. For real, for real. I'm extremely in that shit. But, it is what it is. So, we're in the stimuli because the way we made it this far, our traits subconsciously, the way we operate, this is the animalistic characteristics that we're utilizing at the moment. And lack of resources, like healthcare, the attention of being a caregiver, being able to provide for a society, healthcare, real healthcare, not tyranny, controlling and shit like that. And we got retarded ass individuals who's controlling the world, are greedy, and niggas don't, they don't want to be helpful and fix the problem, because that will ruin their plan. And that's what retarded as humans don't understand, because they're too stuck in their biases and belief, and it's like retarded. This shit's retarded. But you need to understand there's always gonna be a deeper meaning to life, and you have to go through those ups and downs of understanding a higher self. So everything that is given to you, or everything that you know from the systematic template, there's partially truth in that, but it's not even close, because you cannot find the answers in the external world. You have to manifest it within yourself. And you gain abilities, you gain insights, experiences, because the universe will work through you, and it has no choice but to show you what you're getting into. So the more you dwell in those unknown type of energies, that's what God wants to experience, because we are creating our reality from within. All species, like plants, bugs, insects, animals, that's their awareness from that perspective. And there's civilizations within tree plant life, based on that light of spectrum, how it looks like. We're not going to be able to see it, because things exist within different frequencies and vibration, and we live in this vibration based on how we made it look like. And to understand your spiritual aspects, you need to meditate, because you're slowing down time, basically. And when you meditating, you're controlling your mind, you're controlling how you feel. And now you're able to manifest certain knowledge and wisdom that makes you understand the correlation between the things that are happening and how they affect you, type shit. But you will also gain more insight. When you're going through that journey, you're going to find out more about spirituality and things of that nature. And just learning a whole broad perspective of understanding things within yourself, and you just gain more awareness, basically. But there's a lot of awarenesses in front of people that they don't see, and it's like obvious why things are the way it is. But that shit will take time. But so one way to get into spirituality, you need to just believe in yourself to the highest degree, and develop a purpose and create something. Just have an idea, visualize, or do, if you want to do art, music, then get on that path. Or an actress, whether you want to sing or whatever, develop a purpose and create something, and don't be dependent on a system, because this is not how you're supposed to evolve. You're supposed to, your spirit is a spirit that once there's a system creating and controlling everything to their degree, how they're doing it which is retarded. This is how your spirit is going to be subconsciously doing these things over and over again, despite your belief, because this is how you're training your subconscious mind to be a slave. And when you pass on and die, you're going to reincarnate in a similar reality. If you don't come to this one, it's going to be a similar reality, which is doing the same shit, just working and slaving. But we're all in this same, as many dimensions within dimensions. And understanding the spiritual aspect, you will understand how dimensions look like. But there's beings spiritually that's controlling the physical realm, and it has nothing to do with physical. Is spiritual, spirit, mind, and body and emotions. So when you're getting into spirituality, develop a purpose and create something. Even, even if it's culinary school, making your own food or whatever, or I forgot what I was gonna say, or opening up a shop and clothing line or whatever, or just come up with some shit that's catering to how your creativity can help other individuals out, and it becomes an exchange. Your product becomes valuable, and that's how you truly evolve. You cannot be dependent. You shouldn't be dependent of a system. But if you have a job or whatever, then that's understandable. But you're supposed to create something within your own time as a spirit, because this is what your spirit is doing. And just develop some type of creativity that can be exchanged amongst like-minded individuals who are providing some type of value to make some type of economy that has nothing to do with this system, because this shit is gonna stay here one way or another, because at this rate humans are just not waking up. But you're supposed to save yourself. You're not supposed to stay in this type of momentum, in this type of Saturn-like reality, because man, I'm glad I did this spiritual work in 2019, even before that. But all those awakenings people are not having, they're already in their own hell. And life continues after death, a different experience. We're just evolving. So this is what we're all doing. Like when you see nature, you just see bacteria, developing, insects, bugs, see marine animal, land animals. Is all evolution. Can't tell me, if you're religious, can't tell me a bacteria goes to heaven, or the tiny speck of existence, when they didn't have a chance to develop awareness of a higher being. Like just going through the evolutionary scale, we see different type of awarenesses. How can they go to heaven or hell if a bacteria hasn't developed the awareness of a bird or a land animal or a human? See, it's all about experiences. The spirit is experiencing their type of awarenesses, and based on their actions and how they go about their experience, they'll develop those traits until that spirit gets bigger and expands into different types of insects, and then eventually evolving into a platypus type shit. As an example, but you know what I'm talking about. It's just gonna look like whatever it's gonna look like before and after. So it doesn't matter how people look at it. This is just the reality of things. And evolution doesn't stop at human. There's existences in other, atmospheres. Our atmosphere is an existence within, and we're inside of that atmosphere, just like we are an atmosphere, and we have cells inside of us, and those cells, we feed them how we feed them, accordingly how we feed our thoughts and our emotions and our physical body too. So based on what you have in your mind and how you feel and all these different type of energies, you have many different type of energies. Duh. So everybody has a lot of different type of energies within them. So this is how you give birth to certain kids, and they come out a certain way. How they think alike when it comes to their parents and their kids. The kids, they have traits and ideas that can be linked to parents, because that comes from us. It comes from the parents. So it has to do with thoughts, ideas, and emotions, and we are creating these things. Your ideas, the mind is masculine. Your emotions, when your mind focuses, visualizes it for too long, it becomes dense, heavy, which is the emotions. So when your mind is when you're externalizing something, that becomes heavy, and that heaviness is your emotions, and that creates the reality. That creates a wheel, a bubble, and this is how we are creating and manifesting physical reality. So the first spirit that did that, it has already expanded, and we live inside of it. And this is how it looks like. Our environment, we build roads, buildings inside of it. We see other different type of animals living inside of it. You know, it's like a little big planet type shit. So, however individuals feed themselves, that's how you feed God. So if the majority of humans are retarded, there's a large portion of God that's going to be retarded. So this is why evolution is important, and you know, having creativity and freedom is expansion, and making God evolve is like feeding God. Shout out to Uriel, Dolo the Pilot Man, and his friends, Soul Group. Yeah. I forgot I was gonna say. Yeah, I guess I'll just leave it at that. I'll see y'all in real life soon, whenever it happens. But I'm looking forward to it. And peace. I'll see you later.